Now that my relatives found out that I was going to marry a man, they came to apologize to me, and yes, I did accept their apology, but I did not want to have any contact with them. However, they believed that with the apology, they were more than invited to my wedding. 2 weeks ago, my mother and grandmother came to my dress fitting without an invitation. I was totally outraged. They had not been invited, so I kicked them out, and in return they started insulting me and my husband. I told them that I didn't want them in my life, that I only excused them for mental health reasons, but they were nothing to me anymore. Despite all that, 3 days ago, one of my dad's cousins called me asking about the dress code and if children were accepted. I told her that she, like all the other members of that family, were not invited. She was outraged, and a few minutes later, my biological father called me asking who would walk me down the aisle. I said that my uncle would do it, and he started swearing at me in 1,000 ways, so I simply cut off the call. Now, am I really that bad? My aunt tells me that if I don't want those people at my wedding, she supports me, but my mother-in-law says that family is family, no matter what has happened. Update 1. It's been almost a month since my post, and I wanted to update you on some things that have happened. I told my mother-in-law everything that my family did to me in the past. At first, she seemed understanding, but then my partner discovered that she was still communicating with my biological parents, and decided to cut ties with his mother. He warned her that if she continued with this attitude, she would never know her grandchildren. He also told her that the only way for her to be part of our lives again is to apologize to me and my aunt and uncle. He conveyed the same message to his father and brothers, stating that if they tried to intervene between his mother, my ex-family, and us, they too would be expelled from our lives and the lives of our future children. One thing I didn't discuss was the topic of my biological father and sister. It turns out that after some time, he accepted that I wasn't going to be a part of his life, and he returned home to my biological mother and they had another child. As for my sister, she always believed that I lived with my father, and I, on the other hand, always believed that my sister had a better life. However, I found out everything she had suffered in my absence. My ex-family mistreated her day and night. She was practically kidnapped and couldn't even use the phone or social networks, even though she is now of age. When we found out about all this, we decided to go for my sister. I must say that it was not the best way, but we followed her until we found her university. There, we approached her and asked her to accompany us. She was very happy to see us and agreed to come with us. Together, we unburdened ourselves about everything. We apologized and told each other everything, realizing that we were both victims of our parents. Now, my uncle is fighting for custody of my little brother. With my sister's testimony and mine, we hope to achieve it. We are also taking my sister to therapy to help her with all the trauma. Because of my wedding, we decided to move everything forward and have a small ceremony. We didn't tell anyone, so we had no surprise visitors, and it went well. Thank you all for your advice and support.